What's going on, guys? I gave the fuck up on Battlefield. Fuck that game. God fucking damn it, I'm so mad right now. Still can't log in. I've tried. Everybody's posted. I appreciate it. Everybody's posted the comment like, all you have to do is go to the PC, log in, and go to their page. And I did all that. Did not fix it. And I maintain I'm not even sure it's a problem with Origin specifically. I think it's a problem somehow on the game. Like I can't click on it. But in their infinite fucking wisdom, Microsoft won't give me access to the hard drive to where I can just completely delete the game. Not just delete the game, but like delete the saves and every fucking thing. Because I have a feeling that would fix the problem, but whatever. So, gave up on that piece of shit. And we are now on to Ghosts, which isn't asking me to log into Origin, thank God. Let's see here. There we go.
Now at this point, it's still installing multiplayer.
Yeah, right? Well, I'm assuming it's multiplayer, although maybe I don't want to play squads first. I want to continue to multiplayer. And thank you for giving me the option. One thing that they should let us do. This is one thing that I do have. I think it's a fairly major problem. I shouldn't have to install the single player of this or Battlefield.
If you didn't want to.
You should be given the option of, hey, we're about to install the game. Do you want us to install everything? Mm-hmm. Do you want us to install single player only, multiplayer only? Whatever. It should give you options because, frankly, I'm probably.
I thought I read that something did give you that.
Well, like I think on the 360 and PlayStation, I think it might have because I feel like the game came on 2 discs and you could just put in 1 disc and install it. I think I could be wrong. I didn't bother buying it.
I didn't bother reading the story, but I thought I came across some headline in the last little bit.
Can't wait to get Riley. He's my buddy. He's the puppy dog. Sorry.
You doing okay over there?
Yeah. Alrighty. So, I haven't played this at all. I haven't actually played fucking Call of Duty in fucking forever. So, what am I doing? Why am I, bro?
Well, Tony, because in modern society where we're not judgmental and we have access to advanced surgeries and things like that, if
are we fucking serious about this? I mean, this is kind of stupid. Alright, whatever.
I like how she just drops the rifle.
Just chucks it.
It's like, fuck that noise.
Alright, fuck it.
I'm getting the carbine.
I guess. Alright. You know what I do like about this game? The one thing I like of this game over Battlefield is that I can fucking play it! God damn it. I just really want to play Battlefield tonight, and I have a feeling that my issue is going to be an issue for a while, and I'm pissed off.
It could be worse. You could be playing it on PC.
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing on PC. I was kind of looking forward to it.
It's just been like there's been like a lot of problems.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of problems on the PS4 version too. With Keith.
Yeah, that's true.
Had a lot of problems. Keith Swaha.
Keith Swaha.
Oh shit!
You got shot in the back of your pretty little head. Down the alleyway.
Yeah, I just saw it as soon as Alright, this is pretty bad. It's gonna take a minute. Oh, here's the room.
My dogs are training to kill. blind spot.
Yeah, that accuracy.
Yeah.
Whew! Rusty.
What is this fight? Friendly SATCOM active. SATCOM uplinking. Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Ah, well. Damn. I gotta be, the controller.
The controller could use a little work.
Yeah.
He shut the hell out of his ankles.
I shot the shit out of his ankles. His ankles didn't see me fucking coming.
Probably for the best. So yeah, you know, Tony was, you know, kind of talking about the controller, and you know, we mentioned this in the unboxing video, you know, which you can go back and check out if you like. But the analog sticks in the controller are loose. They are much closer to the DualShock 3 than the Xbox 360 controller.
Much closer. Like in a.
You knew that was coming.
Like they're very, like it feels very twitchy to me.
Yeah, and the thing that's, and I don't know if this goes across in every game, but in Battlefield 4 there was a little bit of a, that motherfucker was trying to circle strafe, wasn't he? There was, in Battlefield 4 there was a little bit of a dead zone. You know, we were sitting there, you know, kind of, you know, shoving the analog stick over a bit, and you know, we could move the stick around a bit and not have any response on screen. Now, you know, it's possible that that's just Battlefield and not, you know, an issue with the controller itself. But yeah, it definitely feels like it's kind of slipped a little bit from where they were with the 360.
And it's hard to say. It's not like we're saying it's bad, and that's the thing. It's hard to. It's
no,
just.
It's not bad.
It's
different.
It's sort of weird. It's like the DualShock 3 was very loose, and also frankly had a really wide
a lot of throw.
A lot of throw. Like it moved a whole lot, and so as soon as you get used to that, and then try to go to something like you know, the on the 360 where it was a much more taut, you know, had a much more kind of stiffer, you know, kind of analogs. It was really hard to go back and forth, and it's almost like they switched spots. Like this is much more like the you know, DualShock 3, and the PS4 is much more like the 360. So it's just weird that they both went that direction. I was glad Sony did it, because I thought they kind of were coming more in line with the way the 360 was, which I liked, but once you got used to one or the other, it was kind of hard to go to, and now you still got to fucking do it.
Yeah.
But I will say I actually like the placement of everything. I actually kind of, you know, I'm okay with pretty much everything else about the controller. The triggers are good, but it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, messing with those analog sticks, that seems like a strange choice to me.
Yeah.
Just because they felt so good on the 360.
It feels a little cheaper. Like, I mean, just the analogs feel a little flaky or something.
Time to work, soldiers.
Graphically, it looks pretty good. I will say, I don't see as much aliasing.
No, although it doesn't. I don't know that it has. It's lost some of the fidelity of Battlefield 4.
Oh yeah.
but it's got more resolution. I mean, so there is a trade-off. I mean, it's not as pretty looking a game as Battlefield 4 is. Ooh. Pull to the left. Get a couple people up there, somebody watching the stairs. You can definitely make that work for you.
Friendly SATCOM active.
I kind of had a feeling there was somebody out there.
And you were right. So, is this the first time you're playing Ghosts? Like you weren't playing this like on the 360 or anything, right?
Yeah, and I didn't play Black Ops 2 last year, so I mean, honestly, not trying to make excuses, but it really has been a while for
COD.
Yeah, a little Call of Duty for me. God damn. And as if you couldn't tell, because I'm playing like ass. I will say, legitimately, even though it doesn't have the same kind of overall visual kind of impressiveness, I do actually think it looks really good. I think the resolution actually does help. It looks less shimmery, like it looks a little more detailed, even though I mean,
Yeah, you can see a little bit of shimmering like in some of those boxes and stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not gone,
No.
but it's definitely
But
less.
it's less than what you saw in Battlefield.
Now, I will say the thing is, I think this is still running 720p,
Oh yeah.
which actually maybe it's got a heavier anti-aliasing. Although maybe they patched it to 1080. I know the PlayStation had to get patched. PlayStation version had to get patched to get
1080 out of it.
get 1080 out of it. So we'll have to
uplink
see.
enabled.
It's up in that somebody up and high, I think, to the right, up in that window there.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Well done.
You kind of, no, fucking. You find it kind of odd that they force you to play as a female character to start with, as opposed to just letting you choose your avatar.
Right.
Like, I have no problem with it.
It's strange.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Goddamn.
Just don't have enough eyes.
Friendly hind incoming.
So yeah, again, pretty smooth frame rate. Makes a big difference. When I was before I got my PC, I I don't, I'd hear PC gamers talk about, frame rate and, how, like I'll take frame rate over resolution and, all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, like I really, I didn't see what they were talking about. It's like, what are you talking about? Like I'd much rather, I'd much rather have like, really dynamic, visuals and everything at, maybe 30 frames a second or something. But once I got on PC and started playing some games that ran, at that higher frame rate, I was like, oh yeah, that's actually kind of nice. It's hard to go back.
Yeah, it really is. I remember, I can't remember who it was exactly. Damn it. I can't remember, I want to say it was like Insomniac or one of those guys that was talking about the virtues of, high frame rate. And, a lot of people were kind of saying like, it wasn't that big a deal. And, I mean, hey, 30 frames per second games, most people are fine with. And they're kind of right.
Last generation, that was true.
Well, and even this generation, I mean, you already see a lot of games that are running at that for the option of having, better graphics, potentially. I think, what is it? I can't remember. There is another fucking game. Yeah, see, I can't dial it in, man. I mean, I'm not. That's not an excuse, but just
That's what
I feel like I'm like, instead of just like.
No, that was exactly how I felt in Battlefield. I felt like it was just like I couldn't quite just zero where I wanted to go.
And it could be honestly that just I haven't gotten used to the sensitivity yet.
Well, I mean, the problem with me is that I really suck. That's the problem with me.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Shut the fuck up.
That was terrible. I will say though, I do. I mean, the more legitimately, and like I kind of said just now, and I was telling Brent earlier, I think it is just one of those things you get used to what you get used to.
Yeah.
And I will say already, just in a little tiny bit, these two matches, and a little bit of play with Battlefield earlier, I do feel like I'm becoming acclimated to it a little bit. I will say the one thing that I was damned impressed with is I remember guys from Guerrilla Games were talking about Killzone and how they didn't even have auto aim anymore because the controller was tweaked so well that you didn't need it. And I remember kind of thinking like, okay, that's either you've made it really slow and everything, so it's like very easy to make that happen, but it's not very fast paced.
Yeah,
dude, first time I ever played that game, and I'm not a big Killzone fan. Like I really hadn't played many of them before. I was like dialing people in and getting just where I want to, and I felt like when I moved fast, I could move fast, but it's like you didn't even have to think about it. You were just like, it was like you felt like
you could do those big gross movements, but then also get that finesse.
Exactly. Whereas this, it just felt like, like it just. I feel like it's. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to put my finger on, but it's not by any means horrible, and I hate to say it. I know I keep going that way, but it's like if this were last gen, I wouldn't think too much about it. But it's weird that somehow I can't believe they just sort of swap side. That's why I guess I can't get used to it.
How could Microsoft have fucked up the controller?
I mean,
because the 360 controller
is wildly considered
damn near perfect.
Yeah.
Literally, if they had put that D-pad in the 360 controller and changed nothing else, basically perfect.
Yeah, I mean, honest to goodness, that really is. That redone one with the what was it, like, kind of collapsible D-pad, which was significantly better, not perfect, but significantly better than the old ones. I mean, that's one of the best gamepads I've ever used.
Yep.
This feels like a TF2 map almost.
Are these all new maps, or are they bringing in any of the older ones?
I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. I haven't.
Again, you haven't played COD in a while. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say. I felt like I think I was telling you and somebody else the other day. I went and watched a lot of. I say a lot. I watched a decent amount of Let's Plays of this earlier.
Yep.
People streaming stuff. I think it was either on PS4 or it might have even been current gen. And I remember feeling like I had seen some of the maps before, but that could just be, who knows what that.
Who knows?
SATCOM uplink enabled.
See, that's just like that transition from shadow, out into the light. Those are the areas, where Battlefield 4 always has something to show off.
Yeah.
And it's those little details that really do show off, what Frostbite can do.
Yeah, I think as is a very generic. Overall, I think I prefer kind of the Battlefield sort of thing. Although I do kind of like they're smaller maps. They're a little more kinetic. They're a little more fast paced.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with you. In this same amount of time I played that whole last match, I would have come across 3 people in Battlefield. You know what I mean? Like they're longer matches. They're
not assuming assumes you didn't get into a match that had 74 people. Or 72 people.
And that wasn't an option before.
Right, but it is now.
Oh, shit.
Behind you!
Fucker come by. Just look that way. Yeah, I had.
Just got lucky. Just got lucky. You walked right into that.
Enemy SATCOM spotted. Enemy care package incoming.
You with the ankles.
Aw, damn it. I don't want to kill dogs.
It's just make believe, buddy. It's all good.
I know, but damn it. It's not like that.
Enemy care package incoming.
After this video goes up, you are going to once again be known as, Tony, you really like Call of Duty. Let's talk about... that's coming, right?
Not if they watch me play. I mean, have you ever played it before in your life?
SATCOM uplink enabled.
Cat and mouse shit now. I'm also, and I hate to just keep comparing this to Battlefield, but we were just we were playing all this stuff in Battlefield, so it's kind of on my mind. But the thing that I was thinking about is the sound effects in Battlefield 4. All those, all those great sound effects of those really close by bullet hits and everything.
Damn it. Yeah, no, you're definitely right. I mean, Battlefield is just it's a more impressive game all the way around. Just in terms of the atmosphere and whatnot. I do kind of think the gameplay it's just a totally different game. And I've always said I think Battlefield is closer to simulation, and Call of Duty is closer to arcade when it comes to just the speed of gameplay, the type of gameplay. I mean, frankly, you self heal in this game. I mean, you know, what I mean, it's like
Yeah,
that stuff
yeah.
that just wouldn't fly. Well, I guess I shouldn't even say wouldn't fly, but just is handled very differently.
SATCOM uplink enabled.
Oh, shit. I did it last time. Am I supposed to take this somewhere? No.
No, so like the field orders, like it came up and said like you were supposed to kill like one enemy with melee.
Yeah, I saw that right as I was trying to kill the guy with melee. The other thing is just figuring out the maps. I always remember that being such a, you know, you just got to figure out the maps. You can't. Until you figure them out, you're just fucking
You were saying?
Jesus Christ! I swear to God, I'm a fucking idiot. Say like the footsteps, stuff like that is pretty decent. It gives you an idea legitimately of where.
Yeah, you can actually use sound to try to listen for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of listening for that when you were running through the water.
Yeah.
We lost the lead.
Mm.
They thought they were lucky.
Yep.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
And so did I.
Yeah, there's not too much point in trash talking in this.
Hostile forces have a maniac. We're in the lead.
Did I hear they have a maniac?
Enemy care package incoming.
Yeah, I think it means it's like a mode where they deal extra damage or something.
I was hoping like they legitimately had a berserker, like they'd shot up a guy with LSD and just turned him loose.
Enemy SATCOM spotted. Friendly has juggernaut.
That would be the maniac.
We lost the lead. SATCOM uplink enabled.
As a strategy, what's the thinking behind your grenade? Your use of grenades.
Just chuck it, and I hope it kills somebody.
Fair
No,
enough.
in all seriousness, what I sometimes do is just I kind of. It's if I'm don't know how well I'm doing, like where I'm fucking going or doing anything. I'll sort of, if I see one of the kill signs where somebody just died. Sometimes I'll just take a blind luck of tossing over that way because somebody might have
Around the
killed
body.
somebody and then like laid down to try to get somebody else.
Right, that kind of thing.
It's pure and simple, just luck of the draw.
Blind, simple, doo-dah luck.
Strike zone and
Which may or may not have been a Batman Forever reference, and if it is, I apologize.
Sounds familiar. That might be a previous level.
So, that's a little bit of Killzone. That's a little bit of Call of Duty Ghosts.
Yeah.
It's getting late. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've been at this a while.
Yep.
So I think
This will probably be our last. Do you think probably our last video for the night? I mean,
maybe. Unless we do some sort of like summation vid or something. But yeah, I think that might be it for this evening. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm Brent Adams.
Tony Grace, and we'll talk at you on the other side. Hopefully, we'll have some. I'll be playing Forza a little bit, so maybe we'll have some other videos up. Later. Peace.